There was once a boy without a name. Whether his parents sold him away or they were separated by happenstance, none can say. The boy did errands for wandering mercenaries. To avoid beatings and starvation, he stayed silent and became simply the boy with long hair. Not all the other children were as lucky as he. Death was commonplace for mercenaries, and the fallen were not to be mourned. Even the closest companions became yet another unmarked grave. A life lived struggling in vain, to end struggling in vain. It was hardly an existence worth fighting for, but the boy clung to life nonetheless.
No way. How's he the only survivor?
Some trick, I bet.
Ends came from many sources. Skirmishes, ambushes, betrayal. One by one, the nameless fell and were forgotten. But the boy always survived. Without a purpose, he aimlessly wandered the battlefield, never dreaming or even imagining that he'd live to see another day, let alone be named a hero of Maple World.
I knew I wasn't gonna like you from the start. You're too stuffy.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
I'm glad we're on the same page. And yet here we are, waiting for the end together. Maybe Freud has a better sense of humor than I thought.
Who knows? But he might get mad for real if we keep putting this off.
Freud? Mad? Now that's funny.
Let's head in. The air here is oppressive.
Don't waste your time moping around out here, staring into the distance. It's not as romantic as you think.
Not when you do it, perhaps.
Okay, so
Phantom and Luminous are always at it. You'd think the rest of us would have rubbed off on them by now.
I think they're perfect for each other. One's a chatterbox and the other's a stick in the mud. They can distract the Black Mage with their comedy routine while we jump him from behind.
True. But you know they'd take you apart if they heard you say that. Oh, look. There's another wave of monsters coming. There's just no end to them, is there?
We should get inside while we have a chance.
I'll stay here. Somebody's got to keep them off your backs.
All right. I'm heading in. But I'll see you later, yeah?
Of course.
Things were looking grim.
okay, so that part of the story is still the same.
The Black Mage was stronger than any of us expected. And as we fought, the truth became obvious. The Transcendent's power could not be overcome.
Is the game volume louder than my voice, or is it okay?
Our only remaining option was to imprison the Black Mage behind the Seal of Time.
Cool.
I've activated all 5 seals. We're ready for the next step.
To complete the spell, we just need to charge the seal stone with a lifespan's worth of time. It's the only way to draw the power of time from the Black Mage.
A lifespan? But that would sacrifice someone's very existence.
Don't look so worried. That's my thing.
Nonsense. Do you truly intend to give up your life so casually?
I designed the seal. I made the plan. Besides, it's my turn to play the big hero for once. Sorry, but you all get to clean up my mess this time.
How can you joke about this? It should be me. It's my responsibility.
Luminous, I know how you feel. But this...
I'll do it.
Oh, stop it. The fate of Maple World is in our hands. We can't be getting sentimental.
That's why I'll do it. After the magic you used getting us here, your body can't handle the strain of powering the seal stone.
Mine can.
Luminous, you're the only one here whose magic can match the Black Mage. We need your power over light to end this.
Then you expect me to stand by as you sacrifice yourself?
Come on, it's the best way. I have no family, no clan. No one will miss me. Except you lot, I suppose.
But...
Look, we're running out of time. Let's get this over with and argue about it in the afterlife. Deal?
Stop! I wish...
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay, so that part is still the same.
What happened?
Please.
God?
This is different. Okay, this is a big...
You're awake!
This is a big difference here. At this part right here in the old storyline, there was a bunch of these little fox kids that were poking around at Shade to try to figure out what he was. It wasn't just Moonbeam herself.
The fox god heard my wish!
Where am I?
Under the fox tree, of course. You must be feeling awful if you don't know that.
Fox Tree? Is it far from the Temple of Time? What happened to the Black Mage?
What's a black mage? Can you eat it? Because food doesn't last long around pointy-ear foxes.
Oh, she sounds adorable!
Pointy ear foxes? I've never heard of them, but it's a fitting name if... Wait, why are there so many moons? The sky...
Oh, right.
What about it?
There's more than one moon.
Yeah, I'd be kind of afraid too if it was like, okay, wake up and suddenly there's more than one moon. Yeah, I'd kind of freak out.
So? There's always been more than one moon. Did you hit your head?
What do you mean there was always more than one? That's impossible. There should be one sun and one moon.
Oh boy. You must have gotten thumped if you think Grandis only has one moon.
Ah, yes, okay.
Grandis? I've never heard that name before.
Hello? Anyone in there? Oh, okay. I better get you to the village before you get yourself eaten. Come on!
Well, I suppose that's my best option.
Okay, okay. All good so far.
Are you always this slow? Is it because you don't have a tail?
Yeah, okay, so that was another really big change that's happened so far. In the original storyline, Moonbeam, and I think there was like four or five other little fox kids. There were 4 or 5 other fox kids with her. They were all kind of poking and prodding, trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with Shade. Because he doesn't have fangs, he doesn't have fox ears, he doesn't have a tail, he doesn't have claws. They're like all really worried that he's like some really defective fox. And they were all trying to figure out where he's from, trying to explain everything, the whole deal right there. And they also did a quick explanation of him being at the fox god either sanctuary or altar or something like that. That's where he was when they found him. This one didn't have that right off the bat. And also the other fox kids are missing. So, that's a big difference there.
Well, I'm a human, so obviously I don't have...
Ugh, you're so slow. I'm going ahead. There shouldn't be anything too dangerous out here so long as you follow me. Stay on the path, okay? And remember, if you run into something hungry, holler. Get it? Good human. See you soon.
Okay.
Someone at the village has to know the way to Maple World.
Okay, so there's another big change right there. Before, when we had that little cutscene, you were actually given the ability to literally follow her, like actually play through and do that. Whereas this one that is not the case. Okay, so, all right. Looks like Moonbeam went to the right. I better follow her. Okay. Moonbeam!
Grandpa thinks I'm still just a kid. Oh, hey, human. You're finally here. You were taking so long, I thought you had wandered off. Actually, I'm not really supposed to bring in strangers, but you're special. You saved my life, after all.
Oh, that's a change. Saved your life?
Yeah! Besides, look at you. No claws, no fangs. You're like a tasty bunny.
So that's how she's going to explain my presence.
I told everyone about you, but if you're going to get anything done here and hang around officially, I guess you need to talk to my grandpa. He's the oldest guy in town.
Stay. I need to return to Maple World.
Where is Maple World? How do you get there?
Maple World is my home, and you get there by... Actually, I'm not sure.
But you have to leave the village in order to get there, right? It's dangerous outside Fox Point Village. A bunny like you will be in trouble, so I don't think about going anywhere else for now.
She's right. Either this is some strange corner of Maple World with multiple moons that I've never heard of, or a different world entirely. And in my current state...
Oh, and my grandpa hates rudeness, so be extra polite when you meet him, or else.
All right.
So, you're this human causing a stir around here. My goodness, just look at you. No ears, no tail. Do you at least have fangs?
What are you doing?
What a pity. You probably can't even feed yourself, you poor thing.
Look, this is all a misunderstanding. Where I'm from...
I'm sure you're very special for where you're from, Kit. But here, we really must take care of you before you can become someone's snack. Now that I think about it, we never introduced ourselves to each other. Did we? What did you say your name was? Human? You may call me Silver.
Human is not my name, but my species.
Oh, really? Then what can we call you?
My name is... I never had a name until Freud gave me one. I traveled the world as a nameless shadow until I met him. Freud, are you okay?
Ha! What's the matter, Tiger? What's the matter? Tiger got your tongue? No need to strain yourself now. If you don't have a name, I'll give you one. You're a stranger we found in the woods. Mystery? Oddity? Oh, how about Muddle? I always thought Muddle would be great.
No, thank you. But I'm called...
Jeez, Grandpa, those are all terrible. We have to name him something cool. Besides, I found him, so I get to name him. Now, you're all dark and mysterious, so I'm gonna call you Shade. How about that? You're the perfect complement to a Moonbeam.
That seems a little dark. You sure you don't like muddle?
I'll take Shade. Thanks.
To each his own, I guess. So be it. I recognize you as Shade from this moment forward. Now that you have a name, we need to figure out where you'll live. I know what we'll do. You can stay in the abandoned house for now. I doubt the neighbors there will eat you before introducing themselves.
No, it's okay. I'll...
No, it's no trouble at all. We foxes are very warm-hearted. Why don't you take a look around the house you'll be staying in, Shade? Go take a look around the house. Might need some cleaning, seeing as how it's been vacant for years.
All right, let's go! Oh, that's right. We don't have our double jump yet. He's a cute dark-haired bunny. What happened? A house and a new name? But what happened to my friends? Are they alive? If I am, then maybe we failed to seal the Black Mage. No, they wouldn't give up that easily. They're probably out somewhere, waiting to get back together. I need to look after myself for now, and get my strength back. Using my time for the seal must have weakened me. As I am now, I'll only get in everybody's way. Starting over from scratch is a bitter pill to swallow. But I've done this before. I can do it again. I'll hang around and get my strength back. That's the only thing I can do now. All right. Cool.
So, how did you find the house? It's certainly cozy, but it's fit for a fox. And you, hopefully. I trust you like the house. Good. Now, best for you to meet your neighbors, so they know you're our guest. Better get your rice cakes. But you probably don't know about those, do you? It's our tradition to give rice cakes to our new neighbors whenever we move. It's a good way to make friends, and stop them from wondering how tasty you might be. I've got some rice cakes around here somewhere. Here they are. A little old, but they're so chewy no one will notice. Now, hurry along. Everyone knows about you, so they're probably wondering why you haven't brought their cakes yet. Get going! Shoo! Shoo!
Okie dokie.
Here are your cakes. Run along now and make a good impression.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Brown rice cake. A fresh, warm brown rice cake. Made just minutes ago. What? He said they were old. Is it like... once you go past like 30 minutes, they're considered old or something like that? Okay. All right, let's see. Who's first on our list? Timber! What's up, Duddy? Oh, you must be human. Oh, your name is Shade. You're gigantic. Did you get left in the woods because you sit around and eat all the good scraps? I wasn't left. There was an incident. Oh, is that a brown rice cake? And I was just getting hungry. Give it here. Oh, and I've got something for you too. I heard you're weak, so here's a chair so you can rest on when you're too tired to walk around. All right, cool. We'll check out the chair here in a second. Who we got over here? Compass, the teacher. How terrible! Even the most insignificant creatures have tails, but what happened to you? You can't walk around on 2 feet or you can walk around on 2 feet and talk, yet you have no tail? Yeah, terrible. Whatever. You know, I have no trouble getting around without a tail. True enough! Well, good thing you're such an optimist. You wouldn't live long otherwise. But optimism unbalanced by prudence can only lead to tragedy. So if you end up in danger while out hunting, you can use this to come back to the village. Don't be embarrassed by your differences. Hold your head high whenever and wherever you go. It is not a sign of strength. Is not a sign of strength to allow the cruelness of the world to make you cruel yourself. What? What? I think there's a typo there. Is it not a sign of strength to allow the cruelness of the world to make you cruel yourself? I don't think that's how it's supposed to go. Well, that's what's written, so we'll roll with it. Is it not a sign of strength to allow the cruelness of the world to make you cruel yourself? Do you understand? Patience!
Oh my. You must be... Oh dear. I just had my first litter, and I was so happy all my kits turned out fine. Your poor parents. They must have been so worried for you.
I'm fine, really. Where I'm from, we all...
I brewed this potion for you. It should help you get the hang of hunting. Though, it's a point of pride in our village that we're prosperous enough to look after our poor hunters. So there won't be any foxes in our village who will look down on you for it. Oh, I'll enjoy the rice cakes you brought me. Thank you.
Talk to Brooke. All right. I think, if I remember right, this one kind of has like a Midwestern accent, I think. We'll see. Oh, you poor thing. How hard your life must have been with no tail, no ears. Oh, goodness. I want to give you the biggest hug. But perhaps I'd best not touch you. Bless your heart. Okay. Well, I don't have much, but take this weapon. How else will you hunt without fangs or claws? I guess they're kind of turning into Irish. We'll roll with it. No weapon can make up for proper claws, but it should help. Now come, talk to me if anything troubles you. Nothing like a babbling brook to cheer you up. All right.
How did everything go? Goodness, you look worn out. Did the foxes give you a hard time by any chance?
No, it's not that. They each gave me a gift in return for the rice cakes.
What did I tell you? We pointy-ear foxes are friendly folk.
Those gifts will come in handy.
Yep.
Now that the neighbors know you're sent, you should go present yourself to the fox god, no? Our little Moonbeam has been waiting for you for some time now.
What took you so long, you slowpoke?
What a temper! It simply took Shade some time to greet the other foxes in the village.
I knew that already.
Be mindful coming back. Come straight here without going off a wandering, Kit.
Grandpa, I'm not a baby anymore. I can take care of myself. Come on, Shade, hurry up.
All right, let's go.
Now, go before the fox tree and press your hands together and... Don't just stand there. Do as I Fox God? This is my new friend Shade, and, you'd be surprised by how someone so funny looking could be so cool, so make sure nothing tries to make Shade its lunch, okay?
Interesting that fox people believe in a fox god. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Shade! Stop fooling around and start praying to the Fox God! Ask her to watch over you! Hurry!
Please watch over me?
Yay!
What was that? It was like my body was covered in shining light.
Well, it was.
The Fox God gave you her blessing. Say thank you before she regrets it. You're not even a fox, so she must like you a lot.
Thank you? Wait, so the fox god is real?
Dummy. Why would I pray to something that isn't real? Besides, you must have felt that fox marble fall into your pocket just now. That means you're practically one of us.
Really? Is the fox god always so welcoming with strangers?
You're not a stranger anymore, Shade. And now, you can use the power of your spirit guardian like a proper pointy-ear fox. You know food won't hop into your mouth if you stand there gaping, right? Lumps already tried it. Now, let's go back to the village.
To think you're so slow, even with a fox marble, Shade. You're so helpless. I'll have to teach you everything, one lesson at a time. This is great! Now that you have a spirit of your own, you can hunt your own food. And don't worry, it's easy. We all learn to hunt by ourselves. I know you're still really weak, so I'll feed you even if you fail. But keep in mind that real foxes have to know how to hunt. Since it's your first time hunting, we'll start with something easy. I bet you could catch caterpillars without hurting yourself. Go hunting and bring me about 5 dried caterpillars.
All right, let's go.
Wow, I'm impressed. Even we foxes fail our first hunt sometimes. I'll tell you a secret. Lump's almost starved because it took him a whole week to catch his first prey. A week! We're about to force him to eat. I, of course, succeeded on my first try. Well then, ready to taste the food you caught? For caterpillars, you need to take off their legs first. The legs do not taste good. Here, try it. I plucked this one for you.
You want me to eat this?
Yep, you should eat it in one big crunch. That's the best way to enjoy the savory flavor.
I don't think I can eat this.
Huh? Why not? It's really yummy. Your taste in food is as weird as the rest of you. What to do? What's something you could eat? Maybe some nice ladybug wings or frog legs?
Maybe the frog legs. Don't know about the ladybug wings. Ugh, I can't eat those either.
No claws or fangs, but you're still picky eater? And what about sparrow eggs? Do you think you could eat those?
That's right.
Yes! Then bring me some of those. But sparrow eggs are hard to get now. The mother sparrows know that we steal from their nests in the trees, so they can carry their eggs on their heads. Oh, but the eggs are super tasty, and worth the effort it takes to get them. If you can find 10 sparrow eggs, you'll be able to eat your fill.
All right, let's go!
Here. You're back with your food! I'm glad you're not a dummy who can't even hunt. I'm going home first. The village foxes told me that they got you a gift to celebrate your first hunt. Usually, parents give their kids a gift after they catch their first prey. But for you, Shade, I'll take care of it. Of course, I'm just helping because the adults always scold me about helping out more than around the village. Anyway, I told you to hurry home.
Alrighty, let's go. Alright, what have we got here? What is this? They wrapped something in this leaf. It's quite heavy and warm and a little wet, too? It's dripping something. Ugh. Wait. This mushy texture. Is this... did they seriously give me raw liver? Right, of course. Beast livers are the best. The foxes must have prepared some food they think I'd like. Would they be offended if I gave it to someone else? Some people eat raw cow livers as a delicacy, don't they? Not to mention all the people who eat raw fish. Maybe it would be like that? I can eat this, even if I don't enjoy it. Maybe I'll just tell them I ate it. I'll make sure to thank them at least. All the village foxes helped prepare the food for me, so I should go see everyone and I gave rice cakes to. Oh, I think there's a big misunderstanding coming here too. Oh yes, did you enjoy your guest? I'm sure you understand how precious good liver is. You must have liked it since I don't see any left. Boy, I bet it was so good. I'm drooling.
Raw liver is a very rare treat for us. So occasionally, special occasions only. I just want to make sure you know how lucky you are, okay? You really should appreciate the gesture. Like, a lot. Why, you might even be compelled to repay the favor someday, hmm? Forgive me, my stomach was speaking for me. Don't worry about it.
The fresher the liver, the better the taste. The taste changes quickly, you see. And that liver we got for you, let me tell you, it was the freshest I've ever seen. The freshest! We really went through a lot to get it for you. Oh, don't misunderstand. I was definitely not trying to ask you for your appreciation.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Hold on a second. Let me readjust myself over here a little bit. There we go. Now it looks a little better when I look at you. You've come to thank me? Are you really thankful? I don't know. Those hands are awfully empty for someone who's so thankful. Yes, we've got a ton of chores to do, so scoot.
I'm sure you're wondering why everyone is so cold. Why, that's simple. You didn't give them a gift in return. It's tradition for us to give a little something when we get something.
Oh, okay.
Relax. No one's going to eat you over this. You're an outsider. They understand, even if their fur's a bit ruffled. And it's not too late to make up for it either. You already ate your gift, of course, and hunting for more is far beyond you. You could probably gather some mouse tails. They won't be much compared to raw liver, but I'm sure everyone will be touched that you gathered them yourself, as inexperienced as you are. All right, shall we go find some mouse tails?
Let's go!
That should be enough for everyone. I'll head back now.
Yeah.
Was the village this way?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Shade's lost!
I don't think this is the right path. This feels familiar.
Oh?
My head feels like it's going to burst.
Uh-oh! Ouch! Ouch!
Moonbeam?
Really, Shade? You can't even take care of yourself. But don't worry. It's my turn to protect you.
Your turn? Then that wasn't a dream.
Oh! One day, many years ago. Huh.
Did we fail?
Okay, so this is like right after the sealing.
No, the seal worked. I'm sure of it.
Okay, so this is a major change in the story.
What happened?
Please. God.
God?
Somebody. Please. Help!
Oh! Oh, okay. Wow, this is a really big change. Years later, before waking next to the okay.
Phew. Just when do you intend to get up, lazy bones? At this rate, I should really just dump you on someone else.
Wow, this is a really big change. This never happened in the original storyline.
No. I can't turn my back on someone who was injured while protecting one of my foxes. Even a human. Getting you back on your feet is going to take a lot out of me with the shape you're in. Stranger, you and I are going to be asleep for a long, long time.
Back in the present.
Shade! Are you okay? Keep that banged up head still. Can you feel your toes?
I'm fine. What happened?
You collapsed after you ran into a tiger. But why are you so far from the village? I told you not to leave the path. You're too weak to be out here on your own.
I got a little lost while I was hunting balloon mice.
If you wanted some tails to eat, you should have just asked me. I would have gotten as many as you wanted.
I needed to gather my thank you gift for the villagers myself.
What's my thank you gift then? Watching you get eaten? Do you know how much You're so stupid! I can't stand you!
Aw, somebody got a little quash.
And that's also a headcanon of mine, is that, at least in the previous story, it was stated that, like, Moonbeam is actually kind of like a late teenager, early 20s. So, it's my headcanon that Shade and Moonbeam are actual the thing. Though the storyline gets kind of interesting. Okay, so the other thing was, a big change that was there. That whole tiger scene, that still happened, but it was like in the present that it happened. Shade, like, I think the kids went got lost somehow, and they got either kidnapped or lost and got taken by the tiger, and then Shade went after them to go save the kids, and then he had like this whole memory thing where the Black Mage told him, hey, you know, if you knew what you know now about what you did for the world, would you still do it again? So I think that is how that story went.
She's really angry. There has to be something more to this. I better go after her and apologize.
Why are you following me? Dummy, you still haven't healed fully. Go home and get some rest.
I'm sorry.
What for?
I'm sorry I'm collapsed and worried you.
Well, oh, I don't care what you remember. You're dumb and you have no ears, and you're way too big, and you hunt worse than a toothless bunny!
I'm sorry.
You know, I'm the one who got that liver for you, Shade. All by myself, in the deepest part of the forest. So, why are you getting hurt gathering mouse tails for everyone else? You dummy!
I know. I'm sorry.
You're still too weak, even with a spirit. You can't run, can't claw anyone, or even bite with those dull teeth. You have no chance against a tiger on your own. I'll just have to give you some of my power.
What do you mean, give me your power?
You saved my life.
Moonbeam.
Yeah, no, you got it. You hit the nail right on the head, Jinx. She's a tsundere.
My guardian is strong, so I'll be fine even if I give you some of its power. I'll be too weak to fight tigers on my own again, but you'll come help me, right?
While I'm here. What will happen to her after I leave?
Shade?
What if a tiger finds you when I'm not around?
I'll just run, stupid! I'm going ahead, and you'd better follow.
Moonbeam.
Aww.
Ran into trouble while gathering the tails for the villagers, eh? Moonbeam was piqued something fierce when I told her you were out there alone. You're not hurt too bad, I hope.
Oh, no. I'll be all right.
Don't worry about the thank you gifts. Moonbeam arrived while you were gone and gave everyone some fresh liver, saying it was from you. She worked hard to make sure you made a good impression. Moonbeam's taken a real side to you. She can get quite attached to certain people, you see. She was so young when we lost her parents, and...
Oh, so she is an orphan. Oh, that stings.
She was so young when we lost her parents, and... Well, I hope you bear with her, even when she gets a bit boisterous.
I don't mind it at all.
I'm glad to hear you say so. In fact, I think it's high time we set up your test. Well, I call it a test, but it's more like a coming-of-age ceremony for young foxes. If you pass, you'll be recognized as a proper fox. You'll always have a place here, and you'll have the right to speak your piece during town councils, so lucky you! So, want to take the test? I think it would make a certain someone very happy. Good, good. Each part of the test is given by a different village fox. Come back to me once you get all 5 paw prints. Old Timber's up first. Pass his test and he'll give you a paw stamp.
Alright, let's go! Timber, what do you got for me, bub? Aha, Shade. Thank you for the mouse tails. I hadn't tried pairing them with raw liver before. But you're here for the fox test, right? It's amazing that you're taking the test already. I'm not sure how you'll do without ears or a tail, but hey, worth a try, right? I want to see you take down red poison frogs and green poison frogs. Can you do 10 each in 5 minutes? Any pointy-ear fox can handle it. Then would you like to start the test now? Let's go! All right. And the little pink bar that appeared above the M where you guys are seeing, that is the timer. All right. Okay. So also, if I remember right, Moonbeam giving us her powers, she didn't give us a part of her power. She actually gave us all her power to begin. Like, her entire Guardian, she transferred it over to us. Before. She didn't just give, like, a partial thing. She transferred the whole thing. Let's go! You defeated all the poison frogs already? Wow, you brushed up on your hunting skills in a hurry. All those bugs you ate must have done you some good. Here you go, pal. This woodcutter fox says you're all right. But now you gotta impress Compass the teacher. He's a stiff one, so good luck. Alright, Compass, what you got for me?
You want to hear a story? Okay. A long time ago. You're taking the time-honored test of the foxes. I'm very proud of your bravery. You will be an inspiration to others who have such personal challenges to overcome. Now then, my test is a multiple-choice quiz. Answer correctly, and I shall reward you with my paw stamp. Do you wish to begin? The first question is, what is the favorite meal of pointy-ear foxes?
Making it obvious here, are we? Raw liver.
Correct! We love raw liver. You don't happen to have any with you now, by chance? But second question, who do we serve as our god?
Tiger god, fox god, wolf god, mountain god, non-god. Okay. Next one.
That's right. The pointy-ear foxes follow the fox god. Now brace yourself for the last question. Even my students have stumbled upon it. What kind of power do we have?
Power to handle spirits, power to control time, power to control animals, power to ignore other people, power to be super cute. Super cute part is something Moonbeam may have, but I don't know about all the foxes. But handle spirits.
Correct! We have the power to handle spirits. I heard the fox god blessed you with one as well. Use it wisely, lest you incur the fox god's wrath. Well done! You've passed my test. Here's your paw stamp. Now make your way to Patience. She shall administer your next trial.
Finally, you're here. If you passed the teacher's test so quickly, perhaps you're as good as everyone says. You've proved your combat skills and fox knowledge in the previous tests, so this time I'll ask you for a favor on behalf of our young foxes. The chicks living around here are vicious little things. They love picking on our poor kits. It's past time that a grown fox taught them a lesson, and I think you're just a fox to do it. So, would you? Just kick around 20 delinquent chicks for us. That should teach them to clean up their act. Oh, you already set them straight? Thank goodness. I can breathe a little easier without those stupid chicks pecking at our kits. Here, take my paw stamp. You earned it. So that makes 3 paw stamps already? For your next test, please go see Mrs. Brooke.
what do we got? Oh, hello. Your skin looks so soft and clear today. You know, the villagers were talking, like we do, and we agreed that it would be lovely to see those delinquent chicks get taught a lesson. You see, they got rather cross and called in their kin, who started picking on Lumps and Twitch again. Those poor dears. The punk chick crew is even worse than those other chicks. They're a menace. If you can teach some manners to 30 punk chicks, I think that'll be enough to keep them quiet for a while. I'll give you my stamp of approval, don't you know? That'll show those punks. Great work. Here's my paw stamp, dear. Let's see how many stamps you have so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just need one more. Which means it's time for you to see Moonbeam. The whole village is abuzz about you two, don't you know? Yeah, they're like, hey, did you hear about Shade and Moonbeam? You know they're dating, right?
Shade, I heard you're taking the fox test. So you have 4 paw stamps so far? Well, you just need one more. Here, you can just have mine. Oh, I don't have any tests planned or anything. It's just my paw stamp. I can do whatever I want with it. Want me to give it to you now? Wait, Grandpa's looking this way. He keeps treating me like a kid, even though I passed my own test ages ago. Anyway, it's up to me. But I know that he'll nag me if he finds out. Give me a second.
Ooh. Neck got a little stiff there for all of a sudden.
Now, hurry! Here you go. Now you have 5 paw stamps. Go talk to Grandpa, and remember, this is a secret between you and me.
All right, Silver, what you got?
Did you bring all 5 paw stamps? Wonderful! You passed all the tests. From this day forth, I, Silver, Chief of Fox Point Village, hereby declare you a true fox, one of our kin.
Yay!
It feels like just yesterday you came to us. It brings a tear to this old fox's eye to see you pass the test and take your place as a fox in our village. Oh, and I hear the other foxes prepared another gift to mark your coming of age. They put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's quite astounding. It's at your house, so hurry on home.
Another fox gift? This can't be good. The harder they worked on it, the worse I'm going to feel about eating it.
So let's see what our gift was. It looks like a fox tails and ears.
Their special gift is fox ears and a tail? They prepared specially for me? I suppose that's the kind of gesture they'd make to be kind. And yet, for some reason, this is hitting me harder than the liver. Well, it's still a gift, so I might as well try.
Ha! Ha ha ha! It actually looks good. I like it.
No, what am I thinking? These foxes are brainwashing me. If I let them have everything their way, they'll have me eating raw liver before I know it. But still, I should thank them. Is there a gift I can give them in return? What a pain. Maybe the chief will have an idea.
It's raining! Oh no!
Shade! Good timing. You said you're from a land with only one moon, yes? We have a fox here who's heard of your hometown.
Is that true?
We foxes live in tribes and rarely leave our villages. But sometimes a young fox will be struck by an urge to wander and leave for parts unknown. One of our wayward foxes has returned to our village.
And that fox knows of a place with only one moon.
Yes, they just arrived and are resting from their long trip. Why don't we... Huh? It's raining?
Rain? Is it rare here? This is the first time I've seen it rain in this town. It's quite beautiful.
Beautiful? We're in trouble!
What's the matter?
It never rains in our village, and if it does, it means a fox is crying. No one in town is crying, so it must be Moonbeam. She hasn't shed a tear since she lost her mother and father, though. Something awful must have happened. Oh, what if she ran back into a pack of tigers? Shade, can you go out and find her?
Away we go! I'll head to the fox tree first. If she's not there, I don't even want to think about it. Please be at the fox tree, Moonbeam.
Moonbeam! 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 Where did you go? This is her hair tie. She wouldn't just drop it. What if I took too much of her power? If something happened to her, I'd... No. Moonbeam knows these woods like the tip of her tail. Please be safe. Moonbeam!
Shade.
What are you doing all the way up here? Actually, I'm just glad you're okay. Come on, we should head back to the village. Everyone's worried.
I thought that if I climbed up high, it would be easier for the fox god to hear me. I didn't want her to miss my wish. I asked her to keep you here, Shade. With me.
Aww.
You know, I always knew that you'd be leaving someday. There's too much wind in your scent. I gave you my power because... because I thought you'd have to stay with me. You promised that you'd be by my side, so...
Moonbeam, I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing me to the village. I wouldn't have made it in this world without you. You sacrificed some of your strength just to keep me safe. There haven't been many people who would do something like that for me, and I've never had a place to call home before. But I have someone else like you waiting where I come from, Moonbeam. Someone who held out their hand when I was alone, just like you did. Someone who also gave me a light to follow in the darkness. In those last moments, when I thought I was going to die, I saw his face. He was alone and in pain. I had vanished from the world, but I could see that he was suffering even more than I was. It was unbearable. I'm sure he's racked with guilt, thinking that I actually died, so I need to tell him that I'm still alive. Him and the others who are waiting for me. And if the world they love so much is still in danger, I need to protect it. Once that's done, I'll come back.
You have to help your friends, Shade. But... I'm your friend too, right?
Of course you are.
And you're a pointy-eared fox, aren't you?
That's right.
You're my friend. And a fox. So, promise me you'll come back home, no matter what.
I promise.
Wait. I don't want you to forget if you hit your head doing something stupid again. Here. Look. The fox fox tree will keep our promise safe. That means you can't break it. Otherwise, the fox god is gonna devour you whole. Got it?
Got it.
Are you going to leave right away?
As soon as I have everything I need to travel, yes.
I'm really hungry all of a sudden. You go ahead to the village. I'm gonna get something to eat.
Will you be okay on your own?
Of course. Don't think I'm weak just because I gave you some power. Off I go.
She didn't skip that time.
But, Moonbeam, it's still raining.
Aww.
Shade, did you find Moonbeam?
Yes, I did. She's safe and sound.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you, thank you.
She didn't come back with you?
I think she wants to be alone.
The poor dear. I've grown so used to seeing the two of you together.
I'm sure you were relieved to hear that Tumbleweed knew stories of your home. But Moonbeam...
What child does not fear losing a friend?
So those little holes on the side of your head are your ears? Wow. I was sure someone chomped your ears off when you were a kid.
Okay, talk about a tone shift here.
I thought that too at first, but it turns out humans have flaps on either side of their heads. Those are their ears. And some humans even decorate them with little metal fangs.
Allow me to introduce you to the original resident of your home.
So you're Shade. I thought you might be a human when they told me about your strange appearance. Glad to see that I was right. I usually hide when I encounter strangers, so I've never seen one of you up close before. Mind if I examine you a bit?
Sure. But how do you know about Maple World? Have you been there? What's it like now?
Whoa, slow down! I've never been to Maple World. You can only get there by crossing dimensions. But I've heard of travelers from there. People are saying that Pantheon has a whole bunch of humans now even. I'm sure they'd know more, if you talk to them. Isn't that how you came here? Or is there another interdimensional portal nearby?
Another what? No, not at all. I have no idea how I got here.
Weird. So it never occurred to you that you were in another world?
No. I knew I was somewhere else when I saw the multiple moons. Where I'm from, we only have the one. But if what you're saying is true, the interdimensional portal must be some kind of doorway between our worlds. I've never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, I've overheard people saying that a whole new world's been discovered. But I don't know much beyond that. Sorry, it's just gossip I picked up on the road.
And you think that if I go to this Pantheon, I'll be able to reach Maple World?
I'm not so sure. But I know that there are people from your world in the city. And I haven't heard anything about them being stuck. Maybe you can go back to the portal.
Is that enough for you to go on, Shade? Will you be leaving us?
Yes.
A shame. Tumbleweed, please do us the kindness of guiding Shade to the place you mentioned.
Won't even have time to knock the dust from my paws before I hit the road again. Huh.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm joking. Of course I'll help a fellow fox. It's a long way to go on your own.
Have we hurt your feelings in some way, Shade?
Did we bring up your missing ears and tail too much?
Well, they did bring it up a lot.
You're a fox who passed the fox test. Where else could you make your home?
You're not leaving because the old owner of your house is back, are you? Tumbleweed never stays for long. And we always can make room for you, dear.
That's enough, everyone. Shade's mind is set.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. But there's something I have to take care of. I promise to come back once I have.
Very well. Make your preparations.
Are you ready to depart? Is there anything you need to pack for the road? If you're leaving now, I'll see you off.
Let's go.
Here, take this in case you get hungry on the road.
Humans don't eat this stuff.
What? You don't eat mouse tails? Oh, what about the liver we gave you?
The thing is...
Well, never you mind. Just promise that wherever you go, you'll eat 3 meals a day, and breakfast especially. Foxes eat to live and live to eat, after all.
Has anyone seen my niece? I've been back for hours, and I haven't seen teeth nor tail of her.
Oh, that's new.
You'll see Moonbeam once you return from guiding Shade, I'm sure.
Shouldn't we wait until she shows up?
Yes, it may hurt her feelings if she learns you just left.
No, it's best that I go now.
Yes. The sooner we say goodbye, the sooner Shade can return.
Thank you for welcoming me into your home and treating me with such kindness.
Pish posh, there's no need to thank us for that. Now I'm far too old to leave the village with you, so allow me to grant you some of my power instead.
Oh, no. I'll be all right.
Don't be shy now. The world outside the village is far more dangerous than you think.
That's right. Our first duty is to look after other members of the Skulk. So, take my power as well.
Wow, okay. This is a new addition.
It's tradition. When Tumbleweed left the village to wander, we each gave him some of our strength, too.
What kind of foxes would we be to let you go off empty-handed?
But
You may be leaving the village, Shade, but you'll always be a pointy-eared fox. So hold your head high like a fox should.
And come back if you're ever in trouble.
Oof.
Stay safe out there. You hear?
Thank you, everyone. I'll be back someday.
All right.
Well, here we are. Welcome to Pantheon, home of the Nova.
It's so different from Fox Point Village.
Well, you can't expect good fox sense from dragonfolk. But you should find a fellow named Cartalion. He's a good un, and can probably tell you what you want to know. Oh, there he is now. The big fellow there. He's the captain of Pantheon's guard.
Horns and tail like a dragon. And those wings. The Black Mage had a commander who looked like that. Could Magnus have been from Pantheon?
Well, no. Technically.
Thank you.
No problem. But, you know, it was raining at the village the whole time I was there. You and Moonbeam are really close, aren't you?
I owe her a lot. She looked out for me.
You know, Moonbeam was just a kid when I first left the village. All she did was smile, even when she was sad. And when she did, she was the spitting image of her father. After my brother and his wife, well, I couldn't stand being in that house anymore. I felt like I was drowning. That's why I left to wander.
Okay, that's new. That's new information there.
Silver gave me an earful, but I told him that Moonbeam deserved better than a bitter fox who resented the village for still being alive when his family had died.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Be sorry for Moonbeam, not me. I ran away when she needed me, and I just wanted to thank you. You became Moonbeam's friend when she needed one. And I think if she was here, she'd want you to know that.
Ah, right in the heart.
So thank you, Shade. And good luck. I hope things go well and you can come home soon.
I'm not a fan of funny business. Ah, another visitor from Maple World. What brings you to Grandis? Pardon? You want to know where the interdimensional portal is? I'm surprised someone from Maple World doesn't know already. But you must be one of those poor souls born without a sense of direction. You can find the interdimensional portal to Maple World in the Great Temple. Over there, on the left. Are you returning to Maple World now? I hope you enjoyed your time in Grandis. Maple through the interdimensional portal? Yes! I thought I'd never make it back to Maple World. But what town is this? I need to figure out where I am. I should find someone who looks like they've lived here a long time. Chief Stan! Was good.
What is this? New to the town and only now presenting yourself to the chief, are you? What? You're in Hennessy's, of course. What? You don't know where Hennessy's is? How dare you mock the town of Town Chief? How could you not know Hennessy's? You look serious. Hennessy's is a town just below the Six Path Crossway. Where is the Six Path Cross?
Oh, that's a typo.
Where's the Six Path Crossway? Now that is... You see, it connects... What do you know? Blast it. I'll explain with a map. This is Maple World. You see this island right here? That's Victoria Island. Hennessy's is right here, on the south side of Victoria Island. Leafray? It's on the continent of Osiria, over the sea. Elnath is right here, and Nile Desert is there. So your hometown must be in Osiria. There's someone else in our town from Osiria. Her name is Athena Pierce. You look like an explorer. Why not head to the Bowman Instructional School and meet with her?
Athena Pierce? Is he talking about the kid who used to follow Mercedes around? She must have traveled to Victoria Island on the rescue ship and settled down there. She might know Mercedes' whereabouts if I go talk to her.
Right.
Athena Pierce? Are you the elf Athena Pierce from Osiria? Yes, I'm Athena Pierce, the Bowman job instructor. Who are you? But she was so young. I'm sorry, but you couldn't... Young? There are no elves in this town, and I did come to Victoria Island from Osiria to get away from the Black Mage. What? It's only been a year since the battle with the Black Mage. Are you saying you grew up in that time? Okay, so with this, I'm guessing we can kind of assume that from the time that Shade was found to the time that Shade left was probably about a year. At least going by kind of what was said here. Then were you also under the curse of the Black Mage? Listen to me carefully. It's been centuries since the day you were sealed. Do you understand? I'm sorry, but the world you knew has been gone for centuries.
I can't believe it. For me, it's only been 1 year. But you said this happened centuries ago? Did the others survive?
If you're talking about the heroes that the Black Mage sealed away, they were released as the curse waned, just as you were. Although by that point, the curse had completely drained their power. We don't exactly know why or how the curse was lifted, but it must be linked to the revival of the Black Mage.
The Black Mage... Are you saying that monster was revived?
We have no choice but to assume that he was, based on the circumstances. But please, let me explain everything that's happened while you've been gone. After the heroes sealed away the Black Mage, the refugees who fled Osiria settled here, and hundreds of years later, the seal stone locking away the Black Mage suddenly cracked, and the Black Mage's shadow overtook a town. After that, the sleeping heroes began to wake up. Okay, so there is a little bit of misalignment here. Because the Iran storyline has Iran waking up before Maple Island was attacked by the Black Mage, who was released during the Explorer storyline. So there's a little bit of a hiccup here.
Then, is there somewhere I can go to meet them?
I heard they're all exploring Maple World and training to recover their lost power. I can tell them to contact you the next time they stop in, if you'd like.
Thank you. I'd like to see Freud first. But has he also lost his power? Was Afrin okay?
Oh, Freud.
What is it?
Freud was able to avoid the Black Mage's curse. His onyx dragon, Afrin, took the curse in his stead. As you know, he was only human, not an elf.
Then you're saying he passed away?
I'm sorry. After the other heroes succumbed to the curse, he roamed the world telling their story to all who'd listen. I don't know why he never mentioned you, but even a great magician like the Dragon Master would be subject to a human lifespan.
Freud, is this true? Then I'll never see your ridiculous smile again?
I'm so sorry that you had to learn like this.
Thank you for dropping by the library. I hope you enjoyed your stay as well as the tale you just saw. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and become a coin in the vault by hitting the subscribe button. If you never want to miss a video, ring the bell and turn on all notifications. To catch where these streams happen live, use the link in the description to visit my Twitch channel. If you'd like to see more tales from Maplestory, click this playlist here. And if you'd like a story narrated to you, click this playlist here. I hope to see you again, so until next time, my friends.